welcome back to Rebekah's Reading Corner. I have another ranking video for you today, and this time we're ranking science fiction tropes. Science fiction is one of my favorite genres to read and to watch on TV, and so I thought I would go over some of the tropes that we see often in science fiction stories and rank them according to how I enjoy them. So I will introduce the tiers to you. Our top tier is It's a Broadway Smash. This is for tropes that are my favorites, that I enjoy, that I actively seek out. Next we have One for the Books. That's for tropes I enjoy, but I'm not necessarily looking for them. Then we have Go Girl Give Us Nothing. These are for tropes that I'm kind of indifferent to, that if it's in the book, okay. If it's not in the book, okay. I don't feel particularly one way or the other. Then our final tier at the bottom is To the Dungeon. These are tropes that I don't find entertaining or that I just don't enjoy. Our first trope on the list is Parallel Universe. And this one I'm going to put in It's a Broadway Smash. I really enjoy seeing multiple outcomes, sort of like a what if situation of, okay, what we have right now is good, but what if it was different? I always think that's really fascinating. Our next trope on the list is time travel. This one I'm gonna put in One for the Books. I think I prefer characters going back in time than characters going forward in time, but I like seeing characters interact with past events and trying to either not mess with it and so the timeline stays the same, or purposely messing with it. A character from the past going to the future is okay. It still can make for an enjoyable story. Next we have Space Pirates. And you know I gotta put it in Broadway Smash. Pirates is kind of an obsession of mine. I love pirates. I love reading stories about pirates, writing stories about pirates. And then you take pirates and you put them in space. Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. Love it. Our next trope, interspecies romance. This one is tricky. There are ways that it can be done well, but there is a decent amount of this in some of the Star Wars books. And I think generally it's handled pretty well. And I think those are done well because they do focus primarily on the characters and the romantic aspect of it. It's not super sexualized, which is a problem in a lot of other books with this trope. And it can get real weird real fast. So in that case, I'm gonna have to put it To the Dungeon. Some of y'all are freaks and that's okay, but it's not for me. Next trope we have is nuclear fallout. I'm not quite sure where to put this one. Do I want to put it in Go Girl Give Us Nothing? No, I think I'm gonna... Well...
No. Well...
No, I'm gonna stick there. It's gonna go in Go Girl Give Us Nothing. I would say it's one of those where I like it, but it's not really like a favorite. I really enjoy post-apocalyptic stories, but I don't know that I really have a preference either way when it comes to like nuclear fallout as the starting point. If that's how it starts, cool. If that's not how it starts, cool. Our next trope is AI uprising, robots taking over the world. This one I'm gonna put in Go Girl Give Us Nothing. It's not a favorite of mine. There are a few movies with this trope that I've enjoyed, Like Terminator is a fun one.
I'll be back.
But as far as books, it's not really my cup of tea. I don't really like AI. Actually, I hate AI. I wish it didn't exist. And the possibility of it taking over the world is terrifying to me. So that's why AI Uprising goes in Go Girl Give Us Nothing. But to all our AI overlords in 40 years, I didn't mean any of that. Dystopian government, which is usually like a fascist or utilitarian. Am I saying that right? Is that the right term? It's very strict, controlling government is what I'll say. And I would be lying if I said I didn't eat this up. You know, Hunger Games, perfect example. Love it, love it. There are a lot of badly written dystopian governments, but when it's done right, it's so good. When there's actual thought put into how the government operates and why it operates that way, it is good. When it's just, well, the government just wants to control everyone because they can, and this is how we live, it's like, okay, give me more. I need lore. I need lore is basically what I'm saying. If you have a dystopian government, give me lore. I want lore, okay? I don't want it to sit in the back seat as a place setting for your young adult romance, okay? I want to know why the world operates this way. Our final trope is born sexy yesterday. Like, someone who doesn't know anything about how the world operates, they're dumb as far as like social interaction, basically anything having to do with society. In terms of science fiction, this is often a clone or a alien coming down to Earth or a robot AI. But of course they take the physical form of a sexy lady. So the male protagonist has someone to fall in love with who thinks he's the best thing ever because they literally don't know anything about anything. I think it's gonna have to go into the dungeon. I have never read a story or watched a movie or anything with this trope that I've been like, oh yeah, that actually works really well. Because of that, it's gonna go to the dungeon. Lock it up! So that was my ranking of science fiction tropes, but I just want to say I appreciate you tuning into this video, taking the time out of your day to view my content. I hope you can tune into the next one as well. So I hope you are having a great day, a great week, and I will see you next time.